Hello students. So today we are going to continue with the numericals. So in the last video you might be remembering numericals we have started and we have finished till 10th numerical. So today we are going to finish off the remaining 8 because 18 questions I have put there in that particular PDF. So in that PDF 18 questions were there. So the remaining 8 today we will solve. So I am going to continue now. So the question number will be question number 11 today. Okay. So let us see how to solve question number 11. So question number 11, let us go through it. Question says, the radius of curvature of a concave surface is 0.1 meter. If an object lies at a distance of 0.2 meter from it in rarer medium, find the position of the image assuming the refractive index of the rarer medium is 1 while that of the denser medium is 1.5. 1.5 means usually it is glass, right? So concave surface is there. So I will do the ray diagram. So like this, okay. So the radius of curvature of concave surface is 0.1 meter. So radius of curvature, now it has curvature in that direction, right? So radius of curvature I have to show, that is, so spherical refracting surface, you know, right? Pole. So what they are telling here, radius they have mentioned, radius of the curvature is 0.1 meter. An object lies at a distance of 0.2 meter from it in the rarer medium. So from in rarer medium is this one, correct? So this is rarer, this is denser, right? So at a distance of object, correct? Yeah, they have given object is somewhere one particular distance, it is there. So I will take this as object distance u from the pole. Hope you can see this object distance u. Next, what else is there? The position, find the position of the image assuming that refractive index of the rarer medium is 1, okay. So refractive index, all these things they have given, but where the image will form, that we don't know. That we'll find out, okay. So now what I will do is I will apply the formula. So as they mentioned, radius means towards left it is, when you start measuring from pole it towards left. So radius of curvature should be negative or positive? It should be negative. So radius of curvature they have mentioned, how much is that? 0.1 meter. Given data. Next, what else they have given? Object placed at 0.2. So object distance is given minus 0.2 meter. Next, what else they have given? Yeah, refractive indexes they have given. That is n1 equal to 1, n2 equal to 1.5. We are supposed to find out v equal to how much. So we know the spherical refracting surface formula. What is that? That is minus n1 by u plus n2 by v equal to n2 minus n1 divided by r. So once you start applying the datas here, what you get is, yeah, minus 1 by u is how much? Minus of minus, say minus it is 0.2 plus n2 is 1.5, correct? Then what about v? We don't know, we are supposed to find out. Next, n2 is 1.5 minus 1 divided by r is how much? This is minus 0.1. So finally do the substitution and you are supposed to get v is equal to minus 0.15 meter. Okay. So v you have to get, how much is that? 0.15 meter minus 0.15 meter. That means on the same axis somewhere outside at a distance of how much? 0.15 meter it is situated. Okay, that means 0.2 meter object, image is actually at the distance of 0.15. So slight variation is there on the axis. That is it. So hope you understood. We are just want to find out what is the position. Minus 0.15 meter we got. Okay. Yes. Just check the calculation. Okay. Do the calculation. Next. Let me go for the next question. And the question is, a solid glass sphere of diameter 10 centimeter. So right now I am having a solid sphere. For example, paperweight, you know, right? Glass sphere, something like that. Yeah. So a solid glass sphere of diameter 10 centimeter it is mentioned. So just one glass sphere I will take. It has got diameter of how much, 10 centimeter. So diameter it is mentioned 10 centimeter. Next, radius of curvature. Of course, this is the center of the solid sphere. Distance from one end to this one, suppose you take a spherical surface, means this is radius of curvature, correct? From this end to this end, this end to this end. So of course we can directly write down radius of curvature should be from first face, this side. So it should be 5 centimeter. Directly I have taken. Fine. Next, air bubble is trapped at the distance of 2 centimeter from the center. So I will take everything this side. Okay. So air bubble trapped. So I will take object here at a distance of 2 centimeter from the center. Okay. Fine. The refractive index of the material of the glass is 1.5. So this is N2 equal to 1.5. This is N1 equal to 1. Air only, right? Find the apparent position of the bubble when viewed from through the surface of the sphere from outside point. So now what happens here? From this bubble, one ray will go along the what? Along the principal axis. One more will go like this. So denser to rarer medium. So bends away from the normal. So what happens? There will be a image which is formed like this. Correct? Ray of light will go like this. Bends away from the normal. So it looks like what? Image is somewhere here. That means just like the normal shift concept it is. Actual position is here, but it looks like what? It's somewhere here. Correct? Yeah. So let us apply. So these are the given data. So now what I do is object distance it is given. So it is object, that means air bubble is at a distance of 2 cm from the center, means from here to here what is that? Total radius of curvature is here to here. Correct? Understanding? So now what I do is I will write down the given data. So given data are what? That is object distance. What is the object distance here? I will write here P. Pole. So PO is the object distance. So what is the object distance? Total 5 to the center. From the center it is kept at a distance of 2 cm. That means remaining is how much? 3 cm distance. But it is measured from pole to this side. But light direction is in that direction. So light is going in which direction? Left direction. So it is minus 3 centimeter. Hope you can understand. Because we are measuring that one in the direction opposite to that of light direction. That is why. Next, refractive indices are given now. Okay. So refractive index value is mentioned. So now direction from here to here is the radius of curvature. That is also measured from pole. So here I will make a change. Okay. So minus 5 as per the sign convention. Minus 5 centimeter. Okay. Yeah, done. Next is, let us apply the given data. So N1 equal to 1. Rare medium it is kept. No, N2 equal to 1.5. So next, we have the formula. What is the formula for spherical refracting surface? Minus N1 by U plus N2 by V equal to N2 minus N1 by R. Correct? So once you start substituting the values, what are the values we are supposed to substitute? So this will be, so minus 1 divided by, just substitute directly like that, okay, in centimeter itself. Thereafter, what else? N2 is 1.5 divided by V equal to 1.5 minus 1 divided by radius of curvature is minus 5. So finally, the answer what you are supposed to get is, it will be around minus 2.5 centimeter. Check the answer, okay, after calculation. This should be like this. So I think the diagram is familiar for you. What is there? A glass sphere is there, and in that glass sphere there is an air bubble inside, which is at a distance of 2 centimeter from the center. From the center to here, actual diameter we know 10 centimeter. That means the radius should be 5. So radius should be exactly, what is that? It's the radius of curvature itself, right, of the spherical refracting surface, this face. So like that, ray of light goes like this, bends away. So it looks like what? This object is somewhere here. For example, yes, because of refraction, it's nothing but like normal shift concept. Then one more ray will go like this along the principal axis. So then I applied what? I applied the spherical refracting surface concept, and yes, you can see that answer. Check the answer, okay, calculation. Slowly you have to do. So that is all about question number 12. So now let me go for question number 13. So question number 13, let us see what is there. Okay, I read the question. Question number 13 is based on spherical refracting surface itself. Let us see the question. The radii of curvature of two faces of a biconvex lens are 0.2 meter and 0.25 meter. Okay, biconvex lens is there, and its radii of curvature of both the faces are slightly different. Find the focal length of the lens. Okay, we are supposed to find out the focal length of the lens. And refractive index of a metal is given 1.6. Also find the power of the lens. So we have to find out F, we have to find out the power. Focal length and power, there is a relation, right? Yes, let us see how to solve. There is a lens. The radii of curvature is given. So this face, radii of curvature like this. This face, some other radii curvature. So this side, R1 I will take. This side R2 I will take. Suppose you consider, right, lens maker's formula, how we have done. So this is R1, this is R2. So here what is the value of R1? So R1 equal to, they have mentioned in the question, that is 0.2 meter. Here R2 is 0.25 meter. So this will be the, looks like what, pole of the spherical refracting surface of both. So lens optic center it should be, but consider as two spherical refracting surfaces like this. So which one will be like measuring from which direction? Pole to that direction. So this has to become what? Minus, correct? Why it is minus? Because of measuring from that direction to reverse direction. That is why we are getting, okay. So R2 is which one here? R2 is this particular refracting surface is R2 I have taken. So when this particular this one is R2 means when you start measuring what? The radius of curvature from this direction to this direction you are going to measure. When you measure its radius of curvature from this point, you are measuring in which direction? Yes, opposite direction, right? So of course what happens? R1 will be, yes, so it becomes negative. Okay, so it depends like how you have taken. Now for the first surface, first face is this one, right, this side. Second face is this side. Okay, because in derivation I have taken R1 this side, R2 this side. I hope you remember that. Now I have written R1 this side, R2 that side. It depends like how you are going to take this. Okay, so what I do is I will take this one as R1 now, so that when you see from this side, this is the first phase of the biconvex lens. So let us take radius of curvature of that one is R1 itself, so that the whole numerical will look like exactly like how we have done the derivation. So nothing to worry about that. So I will take this one as R2. Okay. So now R2 will become how much? Okay, I'll just make it more simpler now. Don't want any complications. So this is 0.2 meter. I think now you can understand easily, like the derivation we have done. So when you look from this side, this is the first phase of that. So when you continue that, the entire thing will become the first phase. So radius of curvature of the first phase is R1 I have taken. Okay, now I think you understood. So this is the second phase from the left side, if you see means. So second phase continue means this becomes second phase. So second phase radius of curvature R2 I have taken. Like that I have taken. So now what is the relation that gives you the equation? That means focal length, power, radius of curvature. So that is nothing but Lensmaker's formula, right? Yes, what is that Lensmaker's formula says? That is P is equal to 1 by F is equal to, yes, N2 by N1 minus 1, correct? Into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is how we have derived. So according to derivation we got the equation like this. So like here, according to derivation only I have shown the surfaces. So R on this side, R to this side. Okay, hope you understood. So like previous, suppose I take R to this side means this equation slightly becomes 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1 it becomes. So don't want confusions now. So it's okay, leave it. I am just following the derivation like how I have done in the video class. Okay, so now let us apply. So here, what is the second refractive index? Actually it is air medium. So I'll just take that as P equal to 1 by F into N minus 1. Why? Because it is placed in rarer medium, right? The entire this one. So 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, correct? Now let us apply the values. Refractive index is given. So P is equal to 1 by F is equal to 1.6 minus 1. Next, radius of curvatures 1 by 0.2 minus 1 divided by minus of 0.25, correct? So finally F will be, F I will find out first. F will have to be the value of 0.185 meter will be the answer. Similarly, power of that one, because right now you can see here, power whenever you want to see, remember, very important point, whenever you are going to write down the focal length, you can write that in meter or centimeter, no problem. But when it comes in the case of power of lens, make sure when you're going to find power by using focal length has to be measured or represented in meter itself, because power of lens is what? Diopter, right? So 1 diopter means the definition already given you people. That means if you express focal length in meters, then only power of lens can be expressed in diopter. If it is in centimeter, this is entirely thing is wrong. Okay, done. So next, therefore, according to the, okay, P is equal to 1 by F. So F equal to what? Yeah. So 0.185. So now power will be, when you do the calculation, 5.4 diopter. So this is the calculation of the numerical number 13. Okay. So take down neatly. I have applied which one? Lensmaker formula in order to understand the power and focal length of which one? Of a biconvex lens. Hope you understood why I have taken this instead of taking which one? Refractive surface formula. If you apply means their problem is you cannot simplify R1, R2 and all together. That is why. So this is the formula which holds good for our current numerical, and it's the exact way I have solved. So I think you understood it. Let us go for the next, what is that? Numerical. This kind of interesting one. Same, we have to apply Lensmaker formula for this one also. So question number 14. Question number 14 says, convex lens of focal length 0.24 meter and refractive index. So convex lens is there, its focal length is 0.24 meter because it is convex lens. Concave means negative it becomes. So next, refractive index also they have given, Ng I will take, okay, equal to 1.5. Made up of glass, no lens, that is why. Completely immersed in water of refractive index. So water is there, it is immersed in water, okay, lens is put inside water, so it is 1.5. 1.33. Find the change in focal length of the lens. So change in focal length, that means initially lens was there. Okay, like this. In air, its focal length is f1 I will take. Okay, FA I will take. Okay, don't want confusion. FA, focal length in air. Now the same lens is immersed in water. Now there will be a change of focal length. I will take this one as FW. That means now inside water, no? So focal length has changed. So FW I will take for just for notation purpose. So now let us apply which one? Yeah. What is that? Lens maker formula. So lens maker formula I will substitute. So according to that, what is that? Power and all don't want here. That's why I just leave that. So n minus 1. In air medium, when you focus on this biconvex lens, directly I can write 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Okay, done. So what is that? What is the focal length? They have given here. Okay, they have given what is the value of focal length when it is placed like this. Okay, so I'll just apply that one here. Write down that 0.24 equal to ng value, right? What is 1g? 1.5 minus 1. Radius of curvature, whether they have mentioned, don't know. So I'll just write down 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. I'll take this one as equation number 1. Next, after immersing inside water, now slightly we have to worry about solving. Okay, when immersed in water, solving should be very careful. Now we don't know what is the focal length. Okay, I will take this one as focal length in water equal to ng by nw into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So it is 1 by FW equal to ng how much? 1.5, right? Yeah. So this is 1.33 minus 1, correct? Into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, correct? Now I will take this one as equation number 2. Now let us divide. What you are supposed to do is divide equation 1 by 2. You can cancel some of the factors there. Which one? 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2 can be cancelled. So once you do that, finally the focal length FW, calculate. Okay, you will get the answer. Focal length will be I'll directly write down. You do the calculation. 0.94 meter. Okay, I think it is visible for you. After substitute, this cancels, right? And its ratio and all, if you take equation 1, equation 2, you get FW. That means focal length inside the water when the lens is immersed. Answer is 0.94 meter. But what is there in the question actually? In the question they have mentioned or asked what is the change in focal length. So if you finish or if you stop the numerical still here, you will lose 1 mark. Why? Because they have asked change in focal length. That means how much variation has taken place they have asked. So change in focal length F is equal to, yes, what is that? Focal length inside water FW minus FA equal to 0.94 minus 0. How much is that? 24. So finally the answer should be 0.70. 0.70 meter. I think that is visible for you. What is the final answer? That is change in focal length 0.70. I think you can see that. Okay, 0.70 is the answer. 0.70 meter at the end of the board I have written there. Okay, fine. So that is all about which one? Question number 14. So question number 15 also let me solve. So question number 15. So easy one. So direct numerical. Yeah. Question is, an object is placed at a distance of 0.15 meter in front of a convex lens. That means 0.15 meter, correct? Measuring in the reverse direction. Convex focal length. Focal length is mentioned. How much is that? 0.5 meter. Find the position of the image. Direct it is. So what is the formula we are supposed to use? Yes, 1 by u minus. So 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to, what is that? Equal to 1 by f. You remember the formula, right? So 1 by v equal to what? 1 by f plus 1 by u. So lens formula you might be remembering. So 1 by 0.5 plus 1 by minus 0.15. Now do the calculation. You will be getting v equal to, you have to get 0.214. Okay. So object is placed at 0.15 meter. Focal length is 0.5 meter. So object is placed in between principal focus and optic center, correct? So it has to be what now? That means we should be minus itself, correct? Virtual image, enlarged one, right? So 0.2143 meter, and what kind of image you are going to get is virtual image formed at, yeah, virtual, thereafter enlarge image, and erect image. Yes, erect also you can, okay, add along with that. So this is all about question number 15. Look at here, question number 15 answer I have solved. You can see the answer there. They have given a convex lens and object is placed at a distance of 0.15 meter. Focal length is 0.5 meter, right? That means what we can say from that? That means object is placed in between optic center and principal focus. So that is the solution. We just used what? We have used the lens formula, like mirror formula also there, no? Like that. So we got virtual, enlarged, erect image also you can write, no problem. Okay, yes.